Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard the Audire Astra for another Honkai Star Rail stream. As you can see, chat is still broken. You know, they were supposed to fix it with like a update. Like an update to OBS, and that update just hasn't come out. I don't really know what's up with that. Yes, okay. It's been a hell of a week for me. I'm hoping next week will be better. Slightly. But if nothing else, the week after that should be good for me. So hi everybody, welcome aboard. Yes. I hope your weeks have been going well. Better than mine anyways. Yes, it's been very busy. Very, very busy. But we can finally do the Star Rail main story quest that just released. We ended last time on a cliffhanger, but we are finally going to continue it. Without any further ado, let's get going. And why is it? Oh, there we go. Let's just get rid of Tommy there. You okay there? Tommy deleted. Rip Tommy. Goodbye. Are we gonna see the big wolf man again? Yes, I believe so. It's been a tiring week. Same, Wraith. I feel you there. Tommy just vanished. Tommy, Tai Long is a cougar. Like, he's a cat. Tai Long is very definitely a cat. Not a wolf or a dog. You're completely wrong species. I mean, Hule is functionally Tai Long. No! Cats and dogs are very different, Tommy. Wrong, he's a cheetah? No, I'm pretty sure he's gray and has spots. He's not a cheetah, what? Cougar, you say? As in the animal, Cole. I'm not referring to a 30-year-old alcoholic woman. Hey, she's just sitting here. Can't even talk to her. She's kind of man-spreading. That's very appropriate for her. She's just sitting here man-spreading. Hello, surprise. Welcome aboard. Both buff furries that got locked up in the cuff prison and broke free. Tai Long is better because he didn't need it. Tai Long did need help, though. I mean, he needed the feather. If it weren't for the feather, he would never have gotten free. Are cougars dirty? I thought they were supposed to be older. I mean, all I know is, look, the only thing I know about cougars is, like, there's that one meme. It's like, you are not immune to 30-year-old alcoholic cougars. They shall bonk, Tommy. I'd say mods bonk this man, but you are the mod. Bonk yourself, Tommy. Cougars are normally like 50 plus. Ours are at least 40. Okay, good. I'm not a cougar yet.
Come on in.
Good. Thank you, Ray. Thank you for bonking him. Also, surprise. I hope your week's been well.
The sky splitter has been hovering there for ages. When can we board and see what's inside?
Oh, that reminds me. The trailer. Oh, I was so excited. I'm so excited to see the sky splitter once we get on board. From what I saw in the trailer, I want to explore it.
At an all-time high. Oh, I need to drink some coolant.
Relax.
Ow. You don't have a mouth.
Notices to all ticket holders. The Gazette said the Sky Splitter will fire a salute before the ceremony starts.
I saw the schedule for the first day of the tournament. Can you believe the ringmaster accepted 4 challenges?
Yeah, Jesus. He's just there in the background. Wait, is he the ringmaster?
I'm betting on neither.
You're a cougar and our hearts all dirty. Shut up, Cole.
Robo-ball games.
No, I'm not.
This time, I've decided not to rely on probability games to accomplish my target of getting rich.
Good choice, expectant outworlder tourist. Gambling, gambling is bad. Don't gambling. All right, I think I vaguely remember that now. Yeah, Yanqing being the ringmaster.
I heard you and Mr. Dan Heng went to meet the judges. And then a riot broke out in the shackling prison. I was so worried
Wait.
about you.
Weren't we still trapped in the shackling prison at the end of the last story quest? Huh? I discuss what happened.
Revolt in the shackling prison. Fortunately, we were protected by the guards.
Oh, there's been a time skip?
I was planning to take Miss March and Yun Li to Stargazer Navalia to
You
see
love
the
gambling?
Sky Splitter.
No!
Stumbled upon
No,
a group of
don't do it.
suspicious Proxians carrying official identities. They were acting strange. It seemed
Ah, okay, so we're doing the recap now. Those tours over there are talking about you.
But I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint
Yeah,
you.
Yanqing needs to do the recap for the Tommies amongst us that forget the plot of the story quest after a month. What? You're not going to defend the ring?
Luofu is more important to me than anything else. I need to fulfill my duties as a Cloud Knight Lieutenant before taking on the honor of being a ringmaster.
Audire, you forget things you told me last week? That's because usually they're not that
I just
important.
want to see some good sword fights. Anyone can participate in this kind of tournament. Doesn't have to be me. The real challenge lies beyond the ring on the Sky Splitter.
Like, yeah, I don't remember what I ate for lunch on Monday either, but that's because it's not important.
Obviously, there's someone behind the scenes orchestrating this prison break, intending to spread chaos. If we fail to thwart their evil plan, what honor will be left for us to uphold?
Well,
What neurocoding is that? It's called prioritization.
You may
Wait.
be tiny in stature, but your ambition matches that of the Yao Qing's warriors.
Hey, this has nothing to do with my height.
I mean, he's still taller than like Fushuan. What brings you here, General? I thought all the generals were on the move already. Oh boy, I can't wait for Fei Xiao to just go beat up the big wolf
Find a place
with
to
her
have peace.
fists.
A hunter must be well fed before the hunt.
You still have a good appetite.
Forgetting everything that doesn't interest you?
You truly are.
It's not everything that doesn't interest me, it's stuff that isn't
Finish the food
important.
quickly so we can get to work, General Fei Xiao.
Well, that's not up to me. Dig in. I called you here so you could enjoy the food.
Me? This isn't the time for
Like
a leisurely meal.
spending extra brain capacity remembering things that don't matter is actually like a sign of dysfunction.
Oh. You'd give me time to enjoy a meal, but not yourself?
I know you did not just do that. Wait, what did I just do? Huh? What? Hurry?
Ever since you encountered those Borisan spies, you've been so busy that you've hardly eaten anything. You can't defeat Hule on an empty stomach. Take your time. Enjoy the meal and calm yourself.
I mean, don't overeat either. You're not going to defeat Hule on a very big stomach.
Taken Mr. Zhao Cho hostage. The longer we wait, the more complicated the situation becomes.
Okay, I did not think there would just be like... I thought the quest would just leave off or start right where we left off, and not that there would be this like indeterminable time skip between them of
Can't argue with that.
just nothing happening.
There's no reason for you to be more anxious than me. I've fought against Borisan abominations for years, and I know they're
Meanwhile, you
cunning well.
involuntarily remember
The
things that
Borisan
you
were clearly
really
well
don't want
prepared
to.
for this prison.
Exactly.
And now they are staying in the shadows. They have no reason to rush out into
So
the
there was this one woman, and I think like California, but basically like she remembered everything in her life. Almost, she had like a sort of almost photographic memory and just remembered everything in her life. And she was, you'd think that make her like really good at like certain tasks, but no, she was terrible. She was a mess. because she couldn't stop remembering things. She would just remember things when she didn't want to remember them all the time.
When facing cunning and ferocious prey, the hunter must be more patient.
Easy tip for that, Tommy. Give yourself concussion. It's actually really healthy.
Decisive blow.
Bonk.
Once Hule loses
I mean,
patience,
a bonk light enough to not give you a concussion.
one will strike.
But when will that time come?
Like I said, it's only one meal away.
Those look good though. I want one. Oh my god. Actually, I can feel my mouth starting to salivate just thinking about the taste of one of those.
General Hua Yan, the Skyfaring Commission has finished its preparations. Do you have
It's
any
been
other
so long
instructions?
since I've had one of those. You tend to play the I forget card when you just didn't want to do something? Ah, yes. Weaponized incompetence.
Representing the consensus between the Merlin's Claw and the Divine Foresight, I'll step in as the temporary commanding officer of the seat of Divine Foresight and oversee the Six Commission's affairs on the Lawfu.
What is the situation at the shackling prison?
Hule made a quick escape and even sealed the gates of the prison. As of now, the Cloud Knights have re-established contact with the...
Okay, so wait, so he's out and about now? He can just be
The shackling prison are safe and
anywhere?
I know I shouldn't use the word great
Wait,
given the current
so is Hule still in the prison or is he outside? This is like really important to establish.
We've lost contact with one of the messengers from the...
You remember someone accused me of pretending to forget a time I was rude to them like 5 years prior? Why the heck would you remember things like that, honestly?
Don't worry, Yuko. Fei Shao,
Like you probably didn't even realize you were being rude to them.
I have no doubt about General Fei Shao's capabilities, General Hua Yan.
When I was rude for you, it was the most important day of your life, but for me, it was Tuesday.
According to the plan, the ceremony will begin in 6 hours. The Sky Splitter will be activated, and all visitors will board the ship to watch the contest.
I don't realize I'm being rude. Exactly.
But now, with Hule's whereabouts unknown, everything is filled with uncertainty.
Also, Tommy, this person sounds like an awful person to be around. I hope you still don't hanging around them.
The escaped prisoner from the shackling prison is beyond formidable.
Keeping grudges for like minor slights from 5 years ago is that's a big red. That's not a red flag. That's a stop sign.
Well,
Good, Tommy.
I believe we should declare martial law and allocate manpower to search for the escaped prisoners. And as
Are
for
they
orders,
that dangerous?
it's better to announce an indefinite delay for now.
Wow, Tommy, were you in a gang of bullies?
Unfortunately, solid plans rarely get a chance to be implemented. I believe there are at least 2 parties who won't accept your approach. The
Which 2
first
parties? Whoever's in charge of the war dance, probably.
all the way here for the war dance. If we declare martial law now, it's like declaring that the Lawfu isn't safe. How do you think the outsiders...
I mean, there's a giant pack of man-eating wolves on the loose. I think it isn't safe.
The second party...
But we're just not allowed to admit it.
Lawfu's 6 commissions. They've invested a lot of resources and manpower in...
Yeah, but you would, in real life, you probably would have to, like, this would be like suspending the Olympics. And, like, on account, like, someone makes a bomb threat and you suspend the entire Olympics. You wouldn't suspend the entire Olympics. Like, maybe you'd, like, shut down a building for a few hours while the staff go over it. But that's at most. You wouldn't just cancel the entire Olympics.
Really?
Also, Audire, you never sent me that character creator. Can't you just search for it? Just go through our DMs, Tommy, and search D&D Beyond.
Hule's escape and your discovery of Borison's spies at Stargazer Navalia.
Discord search.
Guess
Tommy,
these events were orchestrated.
if I find it. Okay, I didn't find it, but just Google D&D Beyond.
It was just one piece of the game. The one controlling the pieces wants to spread chaos and suspicion among the people on the Lawfu. If we declare martial law and postpone the war dance, we'll fall into their trap and instill fear in people even before Hule actually does anything.
Ah, so we're out to figure out who's behind the curtain. Who is manipulating everything.
While maintaining order on the Lawfu. Acting as if
Do you have all the content on D? Do I have all the content? No. I'm not even close. Do you have any idea how much that would cost?
The generals, and now he's nowhere to be found. With the host ringmaster gone, how are we supposed to act?
I have like the 2 most important expansion books, and like I can, if there's something like really important you want, I can get it, but like, do I have? I'm not gonna buy everything on D&D Beyond. That would be a gigantic waste of money. Holy cow! Are you suggesting that Yun Li takes Yen? Are you planning to take the role of ringmaster yourself?
Master Yun Li, is General Huaiyan asking you to be the ringmaster instead of Yen Qing?
no, that's not the case.
You are not making an account for this? Tommy, just log in with your Google account.
General Huaiyan, are you asking me?
Like you can like, yes, you can use like a character sheet PDF and fill that out, but that's so much worse. Like D&D Beyond makes the whole process of creating characters so much easier because it actually tells you what your options are. It calculates your bonuses and everything for you. Trust me, this is by far the easiest option. You do not want to you of all people, Tommy, do not want to be doing this manually.
Hold on quickly, Miss March.
You can find the information, but like for actually creating the character, figuring out how many spells you have at every level, figuring out what you get at each level, calculating your bonuses and your stats and everything. The site just does it for you. It's so much easier. It's not that hard. It's gonna be hard for Tommy if he's doing it for the first time without help.
Dear child,
And it's just easier. You don't need to double check your math because it's all just done for you. And all you have to do is log in with your Google account.
plus,
It's so easy.
March is a disciple of the little Cloud Knight Lieutenant. How can she be regarded as an outsider?
Did I miss something?
We can't afford to have any problems during the war.
Wait, March is going to be the ringmaster? What?
With the honor of the ring, but also with the security of the Sky Splitter.
Does she have... What are her qualifications to run a tournament? What the hell? You know it because you've been playing since before the D&D Beyond was big? Yeah, I'm not saying you can't be done, but it's just so much easier.
And I truly
Wait a minute for a minute, you're talking about D&D? Yes, we're talking about D&D. Trying to walk Tommy through the process of creating a character.
Cloud Knights fight on the battlefield while you judges punish the criminals. We are 2 sides of the same Xianzhou Luofu, and it is my honor to serve the Ten Lords' commission. I've grasped the situation of the prison break. Now tell me more about the current state of the shackling prison.
Borison infiltrated the prison in disguise and released the prisoners.
Do we really need this recap?
Among the judges on duty in the 4 divisions, Judge Shui from the detention division was killed and is temporarily unavailable. So, I'm taking over her duties.
Ah, yes, she was killed and temporarily unavailable.
To quickly restore order in the affected areas.
I and the 2 behind me will go deeper into the prison to investigate.
Okay, they better not Worf affect Jing Yuan here. Like, honest to goodness, if Jing Yuan goes down there just to get beat up by the wolves, I'm going to hate this game's writing. I will like rage quit right there.
Situation inside is still chaotic.
What effect? The Worf effect. It's on TV tropes, but basically in Star Trek there used to be a character called Worf, who was like the local fighter, and anytime he'd encounter a new threat, he would get beat up. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Mighty Manatee. Thank you for the follow. Yes, so he would get beat up to show how strong the new threat was, and like, so that's where the name Worf effect comes from. Or you establish a character as strong, and then you introduce a new character and having them beat up the old character to establish that, oh my god, they're so strong. And they better not do that to Jing Yuan. I will be so mad.
Not only did the Merlin's Claw offer no reproach, she decided to go after Hule herself to prevent further calamity. I believe the Law Fu owes her something in return for her fervent determination.
Anyways, Cole wanna gamble together? No, surprise! Stop trying to bait my chat into gambling. Bad.
Finding the answer.
If I wanted to support gambling, I'd be streaming on Kick.
What truly matters is if we can gather the clues that lead us to the mastermind behind all of this.
I understand, but I'm afraid it won't be an easy task.
Oh, so Jing Yuan's she's just playing detective here.
This hidden force has been pursuing their own goals and undermining the security of the Law Fu. Backing down now will only encourage them to further endanger.
I actually don't know. So it would have to be like someone connected to the abundance, right?
Everything we have.
Well, like, actually, who would be doing this? It's got to be like a new character, right? Can't be someone previously established.
Dan Heng and Ling Sha. I'll need both of you to accompany me on this challenging
Didn't they do that already? Do that with Doll Lady? I mean, Shui wasn't never really like established as like being super strong. Like, she's a lord, like she's a 10 commissions lord, so she's not like weak or by any means. But she was never established to be like super strong. Like Jing Yuan should be like one of the strongest people, if not the strongest on the level. Well, not currently, because Fei Xiao's almost here. But in general, Jing Yuan should be one of the strongest people on the Luofu.
According to Lieutenant Yanqing's report, he stumbled upon a few suspicious Foxians at Stargazer Navalia. After following them, he discovered that they
Take
were
your
actually
gambling
Borson
urges out on a gacha reasonably. I mean, the only reason. No, I have quit the gachas wherein the gacha is like actually gambling. I tolerate the gacha in Genshin in Hoyo games because it's not really gambling, because they have like hard pity, like pretty reasonable pity systems. So it's just like, it's not really like gambling. It's just you pay this and you have a chance to pay less.
Simply put, Foxians and Borson share a common ancestry. Although they look completely different now, there isn't much genetic difference.
Wait, you're saying so it would only take a few genetic changes to have Foxians turn into like full furries?
So, in other words, if they stop taking the medicine,
That's a hell of a reveal.
will soon be revealed.
So if you could just, so Foxians potentially have like a furry drug, a furrification drug. An infiltration technique the general is familiar with.
And technique seem oddly familiar.
It's not really gambling because they give you a consolation prize. Well, if the consolation prize is like the grand prize, then yes, it's not really gambling.
Looks like the Alchemy Commission is involved once again. When I was sorting through the prescriptions they used, I came across one called Semblance Reversion Essence.
Oh wait, yeah, Lingsha just got put in charge of the Alchemy Commission, so now it's her job to root these people out.
They're one and the same, aren't they?
The medicinal properties and ingredients may differ, but the principle...
Didn't the head of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, she left the Luofu though, after the or during the first Wafu story quest.
Yet, in order to save their warhead, they were willing to disguise themselves as Foxians. Their determination is quite remarkable.
If these infiltrators rely on the medicine to maintain their disguise,
Missed opportunity to make furry fox.
lead in our
Ew,
investigation.
please no.
Please follow.
Please no. Don't turn this game into ZZZ. We don't need furries in this game.
According to the judge, this area is not yet under control, so we should proceed cautiously. I've captured the nature of the medicine in my sensor.
Aha.
The medicinal fumes
Oh, okay.
should be able to retrace
Okay,
the
Tommy.
steps of the disguised Boris.
Ooh, wait. What is that? Oh, she's like swinging around like a perfume thing, I think. Examine the remains of the warden.
Strength. The attacker shattered this warden's bones with a single blow.
Lingsho, why are you talking like that?
Such brute strength is
Huh?
not something an ordinary Borisin possesses. This
That's
is likely the work.
why did she just talk like that? That was so weird.
If I may be so bold to ask, is this Borison truly that formidable?
Why is she suddenly talking weird? Also, what the hell? All right, I just got texted by an unrecognized number saying, "Hello, can we talk a bit?" No.
Hule is a monster feared even among his own kind. With his strength, Hule united numerous Borisin packs, forming a grand army of abominations of abundance. They constantly push the Alliance's
Okay,
perilous
okay.
positions.
How though? Actually, how? The Alliance is like they're on spaceships, so and like the Borisin, as far as we know, they don't have their own capital ships. They don't have armadas and fleets. So where exactly is the Alliance fighting these guys that like the Borisin actually stand a chance?
I followed my mentor on a campaign against the abominations. And I personally witnessed
I guess it's because the Alliance doesn't believe in orbital bombardment, which is very sad. We should try that more.
this Cloud Knight succumbed to panic in the face of his murderous aura. They couldn't even
But the
resist
Asian furries are so fluffy.
By the end of the battle, only a few of us remain.
No. Even though they're fluffy, we still don't need more of them.
Blood on all.
We can have animals.
If that's the case,
Just
why wasn't the beast
foxes, not furry foxes, not anthropomorphic foxes, just normal foxes.
on the Xianzhou Juming, the judges cast those unforgivable and nearly immortal abominations of abundance into the eternal flames of the stars, reducing them to ashes.
Did Lingsha always talk like this? I genuinely don't remember her talking like this before.
Their so-called immortality is just a facade. I mean, nothing can truly defy death, can it? I just don't understand why the
Okay,
law-
but I do appreciate. She's literally just asking, why don't you throw him into the sun?
We're facing now.
Why have you not thrown him into the sun? It's like Tommy. It's like Javik. Throw it up the airlock.
But I guess I understand. The people of the Lafu are known for their kindness. Even when faced with a malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission,
Why haven't you tried throwing it into the sun?
instead, they exiled the healer who tried to solve the problem to the Xianzhou Juming.
I understand if you hold grudges against me, Miss Lingshaw. I take the blame
You know who I'm
for
talking about, right, Tommy?
Medicus. As for
I said, no, Tommy, there are no
Familiar.
girl wolf furries.
I'd appreciate it if you could enlighten me, General.
all right. Let me tell you more about it as we go.
Oh, we're just gonna walk past that guy.
this Cloud Knight also take the medicine?
Lingsha peels open this Cloud Knight's armor.
Borisin in disguise. A guard killed him before he could return to his original form.
All these Borisin are dressed in official attire. Besides the Cloud Knight, there were also 2 Borisin disguised as members.
Wait, oh, you weren't listening, Tommy. Okay, too late for you then. Oh, there is someone that's seen that Jacob Greller video about just how bad orbital bombardment would be. Oh, what? Who the heck is Jacob Greller?
With official identities.
Who is Jacob Greller and what makes him an authority on this?
Let's search elsewhere.
Oh, he's still hostile. Screw you. I'm sorry, Tommy. You missed it. I'm sorry. What can I do? A prisoner is on the ground. The joy of regaining a freedom and substance shock. These 2 prisoners are frozen on his pale face at the moment of death.
Drained almost all of his blood while he was still alive.
Vampires? We got vampire wolves now?
Despite being a long-lived species, Borisin are actually more like predatory beasts that must feed on raw blood and flesh. I've heard that Hule was deprived of food and water in the shackling prison. It's hard to imagine how he managed to suppress his hunger for.
Repeat it? I can't. Because it was related to what Lingsha was saying in the story. I can't just go back and repeat it.
Such is the terrible nature of the abominations of abundance. We subjected him to the Forest of Swords to drain his life force.
Vampire furry girls? No, vampire furry boys. All the Borisin are boys.
Casting a creature that can't be killed into a star would be a way to permanently get rid of it. But unfortunately...
The Foxians didn't agree to that.
Exactly. The atrocities committed by Hule went beyond mere massacres. Throughout numerous wars, we made
You can get
every
that.
effort
Okay.
to eradicate
So basically, Lingsha kept going.
with his mysterious...
Why didn't you just throw him into the sun? And I was saying how that reminded me of Javik from Mass Effect. Throw it out the airlock.
The Foxians curse his name day and night, and they even use it to scare children into staying quiet. How could they grant a swift death to such a great sinner? I wonder if you know why Hule wasn't taken into custody by the Foxian majority Xianzhou Yaoqing, but instead...
Oh, so the Yao Qing is just Fox Girl land?
As you mentioned, your mentor was an exceptional warrior and was the one who defeated Hule, an extraordinary achievement. Therefore, the Marshal placed this feral beast under the jurisdiction of the Xianzhou Lafu as an honor, I assume?
It seems you have a major misunderstanding about this arrangement.
Oh, we're getting more lore.
Allow me to explain it.
Gambling withdrawals are hitting hard right now. You've gone 12 minutes so well at it. No, surprise. You must stop. Wait, what are you gambling in, anyways? I assume it's a bit, but what are you pretending to gamble? Censer! That's what the thing was called. Yeah, it's for like incense, perfume kind of thing. Spinny wheel for game sense. Okay, that's not so bad. Unless it's like a real money wheel, then that actually is pretty bad, but... Well, it's getting censored. Your politics, Cole. A wolf-shaped mech disintegrates into a pile of metal.
The ship was attacked by Borisin. Is this what they were transporting on the ship?
A biomimetic weapon that will auto-restart even after being turned off.
The Artisanship Commission and
Why the heck was one of these on Penacony? This was what Firefly was fighting during her quest. Why the hell was one of these on Penacony? Why was a Borison mech on Penacony?
to make medical or combat-related discoveries. However, they haven't dared to cross any lines due to their so-called relationship with the Alliance.
Perhaps to those scholars, Borison are no different from
Jeez, Audire, you're bringing politics into this when you're trying to be horny. I'm sorry, but everything is political.
About revenge. They could just wreck the ship and destroy all the cargo, instead of allowing it to end up in the shackling prison.
You mean the thing Firefly? You mean Sparkle Cass?
Nature of the cargo in broad daylight. This way, the cargo
Firefly was fighting it.
serving as a tool for the prison break.
This skill in exploiting the blind spots of others' mindsets is so atypical of them.
And also, no, it was not Sparkle.
I'm afraid the IPC and the Intelligentsia Guild unknowingly became their accomplices.
Beep, beep, beep.
Watch out! This thing is still alive.
Oh, Lingsha trial quest. Here we go.
After suffering such severe attacks?
Wait, what does Lingsha do?
The long-life species has crossed the line.
Oh, that's the wrong button. Story. Deals minor file damage to all enemies. Restores HP for all allies. Fu Yuan skill. Who's Fu Yuan? What? Increases break damage taken by all enemies. Deals fire damage to all enemies at the same time. Restores HP for all allies. So she's a. Oh, so she's like better Gallagher. Oh yeah, now I remember. I was saying like, oh, it's a good thing I haven't built Gallagher because it will be completely wasted once I get her. Using skill summons Fu Yuan. When taking action, launches follow-up attack and deals minor fire damage to all enemies. Additionally, deals minor fire damage to a single random enemy, prioritizing targets with both toughness greater than 0 and fire weakness. Dispels 1 debuff, restores HP. Using skill repeatedly will increase Fu Yuan's action count. What does increase action count mean in this context?
Be of your body and mind. I see through you.
Okay, unfortunately, she does not apply debuffs, so she's not exactly good in the Acheron team.
weep for the departed.
Hello, Maria Paz Gonzalez Lesme. Welcome back. Good to see you here again.
It too shall fall.
To paraphrase, the vid talks about how a hypothetical orbital bombardment weapon would lead to one-upmanship of more lethal weapons and how in the Cold War, our attempts to create one prolonged it. Oh, well, that's talking in a terrestrial context. That's talking about, like, orbital satellite weapons. I'm talking about interstellar warfare, flying your big-ass ship
Let's make sure it
up
never moves again.
into the orbit of the planet and bombarding your enemy. Very different context. An assumption of technological level.
Time to cleanse the filth.
So Fu Yuan, is that like adorable bunny?
Awaken.
I guess.
All things human creations. I'll go easy this time.
I can't use her skill, otherwise I'd have no skill for Acheron.
Be of your body and mind. The truth burns clear as a flame.
Okay. We're gonna. Oh, that's a cool pose that she's doing.
Everything in this world is merely fleeting.
Oh my god, she blew perfume at him. It's over, boys. It's over. What will he do now? He had perfume blown at him.
Still water.
It's over.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Bunnies. Oh, it is literally a bunny. It is not a bunny girl. It is just a bunny. The giant machine goes silent
You
again.
haven't answered my question about why Hulei was imprisoned in the Lafu instead of the Yaoqing General. You've been reserved in your response. Could it be that such an arrangement wasn't an honor?
The reason why the Marshal didn't leave Hulei on the Yao
She's
Qing
speaking with such a weird cadence. I don't remember that being the case before. Like, maybe it was there before, but I feel like she's really exaggerating it now, all of a sudden.
Are you suggesting that there are people trying to understand Hulei's secrets and use them for their own purposes? Just
She hit him with that strawberry vape cloud.
understand.
Might be, I feel, it looks more like watermelon flavor to me.
And just like the Borison, some of the Foxians there experience an uncontrollable insanity called moon rage. The Marshal believed that this would be inhumane and no different from
So are Foxians actually Wolfians? Are they actually wolf people rather than Borisons, or are Borisons actually fox people rather than wolf people?
Foxians see it as an inevitable curse within their bloodline. Countless healers of the Yao Qing have attempted to unravel this mystery,
They're
but to no avail.
yeah, but they're like foxes and wolves.
Can we
They're kind of far apart.
free from this curse? Each questioner had good intentions. But the road to the Foxians of the Yao Qing, Hulei was not only the war
How do you know the difference? Strawberry is like a deeper red than watermelon.
that could be the subject of much research. Hulei thus became a poison that corrupted people's minds without their knowing.
That's why the Marshal decided to imprison Hulei and the Lafu. It wasn't an honor, but rather a warning.
Gee, I wonder what horrible curse exists in the bloodline of the whatchamacallit, the dragon people.
Intentions once led to a tragedy on the Luofu that served as a warning to future generations.
Or did you mean foxes or wolves? Yes, bonk. Bonks for both of you. I need a bonk emoji or like animation or something.
Intentions of the Yaoqing Foxians, and warn the Xianzhou Laofu to refrain from repeating its mistake.
That was a necessary trade-off. The Xianzhou alliance is not solely about the Xianzhou natives. Only when all three races, Foxian,
Oh,
and
Vidyahara. Yeah, that's what they were called. No wonder I forgot that name.
promising future for all.
Thank you for enlightening me.
You're so close to being able to have one, but you think you need to
Traded
be
off my
members.
mentor to the Xianzhou
Oh, I meant like just like an animation on screen.
the disciples of Sanctus Medicus.
Although like an actual bunk emote would be fun, but then I'd have to like commission emotes.
Tumor within the Alchemy Commission. But instead exiled the healer who tried to solve the problem to the Xianzhou Juming. But did your mentor tell you her good intentions led her to perform certain healing arts on Dan Heng, who had just finished his hatching rebirth?
Oh, so that's why Dan Heng can remember things.
She believed that restoring the high
Wait, Dan Heng didn't know this?
would allow the Vidyadhara to resume their duty as the guardians of the Ambrosial Arbor. Quelling the
Dan Heng didn't know this either?
everything back on the right path. But just as I mentioned earlier, the road to
You get a bunk soundboard?
paved with
Oh, I hate finding sound effects though.
the six chariot.
If you've got find me a good bunk sound effect, I'll add it to my stream deck.
Until
Honestly, the part of making animations I enjoy the least is actually like doing the sound. I wish I had someone who could just do the sound for me, because I hate the process of like looking for free sound effects and editing them, putting them together. It's like, no, that's not what I enjoy. I need like a sound guy. Oh, hi, Atanashi. Good to see you here. Welcome aboard.
all I ever want is to have a clear conscience. However, can long-life species truly achieve that goal in their long-drawn lives? For example, you were implicated along with your mentor, and forced to leave your homeland without knowing the truth. And now, with the complicated situation in the Alchemy Commission, the Alliance has spared me a lot of trouble by sending you to handle this challenging task. Shouldn't I be thanking you instead?
Your eloquence is indeed impressive, the Divine Foresight. You won't even leave me any excuses to hold a grudge against you.
Damn.
But
Jingyuan really do be
the
thinking
Alliance said
3
you
steps
should handle
ahead.
the business impartially, not to choose sides.
It doesn't matter which side you choose, Miss Lingshaw. At the end of the day, both you and I stand on the side of the Alliance, don't we? Let's keep going.
Okay. We continue to follow the watermelon perfume. Chad Yuan, always the gentleman. Oh, we're here. We reached the bottom. A mess of bodies, a fierce battle must have been fought here.
These Mara-struck soldiers don't appear to be escaped prisoners.
Nope.
These soldiers are fully armed. Obviously, they didn't hastily join the battle.
Jingyuan, did you really not notice
A
that?
messenger named Moza did say that there were 2 groups of attackers. And the other attackers, aside from the Borson, could hide their tracks.
Mara struck, aren't they like insane and like attack everything? I don't know how much hiding the Mara struck are doing.
I've engaged with these attackers before, and they used Cloud Hymn magic to hide their presence. Without careful observation,
Wait.
no one can detect them.
When was this?
Once warned me to be cautious of the Vidyadhara Elder's influence within the Alchemy Commission. Could it be?
What's on your mind, Miss Lingshaw?
Well, it seems that someone provided the attackers with a map of the shackling prison.
The Vidyadhara
Involvement?
isn't that Bailu? Is Bailu involved in this?
Suspicion about
Is
their role.
Bailu a traitor?
Additionally, the fact that the Borson need medicine to disguise themselves would suggest that there are still moles within the Alchemy Commission assisting them covertly.
Or are they referring to Dan Feng?
Moreover, forging official identities for the undercover
Joke
Borson
about Audire's
requires
melon, several tomatoes get thrown at me. Oh no, Tommy would enjoy that joke probably.
Cloud Hymn magic deepens my suspicion about the Preceptors. But why would the Vidyadhara collude with the Borson and aid in Hulei's escape?
They aim to spread chaos. They believe that only in chaos can they regain their former power and influence.
Wait, the Vidyadhara? I thought they were like good guys. Like since
Since
when?
this edition
What?
of Barber de Lune, the once proud dragon race has been powerless.
Wait, so like the entire race
Wayne,
of Vidyadhara is now evil?
being
What?
a native of the Luofu, Miss Lingsha, I believe you understand the
But
implications.
how involved is this?
I don't think the Preceptors are the true masterminds. If I'm not mistaken, the one behind all this treachery is the Lord Ravager who exploited the weaknesses within the Luofu and instigated the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, ultimately leading to the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection. Fentilia.
Wait, so is Fantilia still around, or is this just like a plan that she had laid way in advance?
We need concrete evidence for a public trial. If you want to interrogate someone with
Bailu is more like a pawn to the Preceptors? I mean, that makes sense with her being a child,
What's your plan,
more or less.
Miss Lingshaw?
Horny joke about Audire's melons. Look, guys, if you want to make a joke about my melons, you need to actually make a joke, not just say that you made a joke.
Invitation?
Right?
The Preceptors have been invited.
None of this half-assing it.
Since my arrival on the Luofu. Now, I'll send them the remains of these Mara-struck soldiers and the route map I found in the prisoner's possession. Then, I'll ask them to meet me at Scale Gorge Waterscape. I'd like to hear their explanations.
Well, Lingsha is also a videographer, so at least there will be no racism element there.
I trust you to handle this matter, Miss Lingshaw.
You gotta go in at
Internal affairs of the
about 10. You forgot you have an event set up for people? Well, thank you for stopping by. Surprise.
And don't worry.
Where are you going in for?
Once the wolf hunt operation is over,
Wait, are you at work?
truths will come to
Or
light.
do you have to go into work?
Speaking of the wolf hunt operation, I'm truly worried about the Yaoqing messenger who was taken hostage. Hule was starving in the shackling prison for centuries. I don't know if the messenger can survive in that wolf's clutches. May Rainbow's blessing keep him safe.
Oh, we're switching the Jiaochu's POV here. 2 duel hours before the war. What is a duel hour? What? Does that just mean 2 hours?
To be truly effective. The magic of my cauldron is its ability to make all kinds of medicines into dishes that patients can eat. When simmered and cooked together, any kind of medicinal herb or ingredient becomes a delightful delicacy.
No, you have a community you run on a few different platforms. Oh. Interesting. What kind of community is it?
One flavor overpowering the others.
Well.
Oh, right. This guy's name is Mock Talk. I forgot about that. Oh my gosh.
Child who refuses to eat green peppers.
Long story short, the video rice is slowly going extinct and their numbers are depleting. Okay, I remember that, but... Wait, why are they going extinct though? Are they like not being reborn anymore because of... I thought that like... So, in Bipeder Lune's great crime was like trying to resurrect his friend, which resulted in the creation of Blade. But did that also somehow result in like the Vidyadhara like not being able to be reborn? No, but that's not possible because Dan Heng was reborn. So clearly they can still be reborn. And like Bailu is younger than Dan Heng, so she was reborn more recently. So why are they going extinct? I don't actually know this.
Stuff the kid's mouth with the green peppers and cook him alive in a pot.
Not 2 hours, I'm exactly sure. Yeah, what exactly is a dual hour?
Sense of humor. I've heard that you, Borisin, have lost many of your taste buds during the self-modification process.
Self-modification? Wait, so are Borisin like genetically modified Foxians?
And flesh.
Nothing much, we just hang out in large groups and laugh. Oh, okay, so it's not like a community themed around a specific thing, it's just like a friend group?
Stuff them into your mouth and cook you alive in a pot.
I'm just kidding. The answer is quite simple. Chop up the peppers and mix them with minced meat to make meatballs. This way, the flavor of the meat overpowers the taste of the peppers. And even a fussy child can enjoy them.
But yeah, but then mostly what they ate is meat.
Just boil your tongue in this hot pot. I know you're trying to buy time until someone comes to your rescue. Said that Jin Liu recently returned to the Luofu, right? Well, she did come back. But unfortunately...
Oh, when did you find that out?
Also found out that she committed
I'm seeing a lot of fox people, but no fox ladies. What? We were just looking at Fei Xiao earlier. Surprise.
Do you really think you can delay our departure by provoking Lord Hule's desire for revenge with your clever little tongue?
With your clever little tongue?
You see Borisin as savages who know nothing about the Xianzhou. But in fact...
The precept is blaming the Luofu for the ongoing war of the abundance, believing it for it being a meaningless war. Well, that kind of makes sense because the Vidyadhara are followers of the permanence, whereas everybody else on the Xianzhou is followers of the hunt. And the war with the abundance is like the hunts thing.
You hold in your heart, the greater your pain will be when death comes.
Wait, so why is he still alive? If you know all this, why have you not killed him yet?
When I tear your throat open,
Maybe 2 duel hours is just 2 hours. Yeah, what does that the duel mean?
Is only a temporary effect of the medicine. And it will wear off soon, right?
Lord Hule.
Alright. Thank you for stopping by. Surprise. I hope you have a good time.
Foxians. For thousands of years,
What the?
were the ones who allowed
Oh my god.
and who
Hule is not a furry anymore.
But in the end, you chose to betray us for the freedom promised by the Xianzhou people. But it's all right. As long as you catch the scent of your masters, you obediently return to us. No matter how far you run away.
So discord between Moktok and Hule. Can that actually, I don't think this can actually work, but I'm curious. Oh, I wish I could pick both dialogue options.
Run away.
I'm gonna pick the first one.
Well, I'm not the one who's trying to run away right now. The Borison's era has long passed. Did they ever tell you these harsh facts before giving you hope for returning home? Lord Hule, now they're being crushed by the Merlin's claw of the Yaoqing, by a Foxian. They're hiding in remote corners of the cosmos.
Yeah, we need Fei Xiao. We need Fei Xiao to show up and beat him up.
Reaching out desperately for any fake hope of salvation.
The Merlin's claw of the Yaoqing. A Foxian? Very interesting. Tell me, Moktok.
Okay, so this is what's going to convince him to stay instead of escaping.
He isn't lying. That lowly beast was a war slave who ran away from our pack. Cannon fodder, a thief. She stole our power and used her knowledge about us to fight us, using every dirty trick in the book.
And she bested you, Moktok. Fairness is but a pathetic excuse for the
Oh, okay.
Since our great pack is
I think I see how the other dialogue option would have worked. Now, okay. It's not getting Moktok to turn against Hule, it's getting Hule to look down upon Moktok.
It was a prophet of the master of immortality.
Named
Mongus.
Mongus? Named Mongus? Oh my god. Does he prophesize about the ending of Boruto? Does he prophesize about the One Piece?
This prophet, Mongus. What does she want?
The prophet made this proclamation. The Borison have been divided for too long, and only your return can unite all the packs, restoring.
She's gonna spoil the ending.
That's when we learned that you were still
She just the prophet Mongus. She just spoils the ending of long-running series.
And the prophet told us that the Foxian general of the Yaoqing would take you to her ship during the Lafu's war dance, and that it would be our best chance to infiltrate and free you from your prison. And just as she said, we did it.
So Discord by pointing out Manga's ulterior motives. Yeah, that seems pretty obvious.
Lied to all of you. She just sent you here to die.
But her prophecy has come true. Our warhead is right here, with us!
Once the news about the prison break spreads, the Cloud Knights will close all the ports. You may think you've escaped the prison, but you're just trapped in
The worst enemy of all.
Let me kill this unruly, lowly beast, Lord Hule! I assure you...
Unruly, lowly beast. Wow, you didn't need to throw in both those adjectives.
Everyone in the Lafu is distracted by the stupid war dance, so this will be the perfect chance to escape. Once you've returned to your territory, the revenge against the Xianzhou ships will be within reach.
I think Hulin's gonna want to stay to fight Fei Xiao.
To return to my weak and shattered pack at the mercy of a ridiculous false prophet and become a mere puppet in her clutches. Her plan is full of flaws. The only paths she has prepared for you are escape and death. Listen up. A wolf never allows itself to become prey. From now on.
Okay, so they do call themselves wolves.
Orders. Since you are so confident that the Cloud Knights will close the ports, Jiao Chou, I'm now giving you a chance to go and see it for yourself. Go to the ports, come back, and tell me what you saw.
Wait, what did you just say?
But my lord! Would an alpha wolf ever listen to a
Oh my god, he really just I'm an alpha, you're a beta. Why would I ever listen to you?
Anything like that. I wasn't trying to defy your will.
Oh my god. He's really pulled the I'm an alpha card. Why don't you send your people?
Once in a lifetime opportunity. Don't you want to run away?
Obviously there's some kind of trick involved.
You will come back. Because Foxians like you always obediently return to their masters, no matter how far they run away.
Follow Huli's suggestion and head to the optional search for help and send news to the outside.
I can't believe he actually let me go. What game is he playing?
I will say Old Man Wolf is pretty handsome.
Perhaps I can try to warn the Cloud Knights.
Okay, Cole. Okay.
Perhaps I can just escape.
Look around. A Foxian with a cold expression gazes at Jiao. There is sharp pressure to the gaze, carrying as if a warning to the healer that says, every clever little thought you bear might lead to severe consequence you will come to regret.
He's testing me. The Cloud Knights must have been aware of the situation inside the shackling prison for some time. Will General Fei Xiao personally lead?
Yeah, I mean, Fei Xiao's looking for Hule, right? So all Jiao Chou needs to do is like send the signal and get someone to send the signal to Fei Xiao. And like, he was her attendant for a really long time. He should have like some kind of ability to contact her, right?
I'm sorry, but the
It's nothing. I'm just wandering around. Okay. So, yeah, that was a pretty clear warning. We should not ask him for help. There's a Cloud Knight here. Is this If you thought, let's ask her for aid.
Hey there. I noticed you'd been...
It's nothing. I'm just wandering around. Okay. We can't just tell her to, like, send a message. Where's the third option? Oh, there's another option. It's on the other end of the map, though. What's our third option here? Who the hell are you? Starship pilot? Every place to place.
Would you like to board my star skiff?
Yes, but we have several passengers.
Star skiff can't accommodate that. We need to hurry wherever we're going.
Have the Cloud Knights close the ports. Okay. Should I ask anyone? Or should I do nothing? I mean, the game seems to be hinting at all of them are bad ideas. Like, are the Borson really just freaking everywhere? You sniff a familiar scent on the Foxian pilot. What if the warhead wants to leave?
One of us, but I smell a familiar scent.
You're not one of us.
The warhead sent me here to check on the situation.
Have the Cloud Knights closed the ports?
At all. Instead, the Skyfaring Commission is clearing routes to prioritize starskiffs heading to the Sky Splitter. This will make our ships more noticeable when we try to escape.
Ah, that's an alternative strategy, isn't it? So they're not trying to seal them. They're trying. If they try to leave, they will be going somewhere else.
It's time to confront Hule and see what tricks he's up to.
I feel like we shouldn't try to send. I guess if the Borson are everywhere and I'm under watch, anyone that I try to send news to is just going to get hurt. The better not to say anything, I guess.
You're back, Jiao Cho.
Oh, try asking for help. Oh, I wish I had read that earlier.
Closely watching me, weren't you? And if I sought help from anyone, your people would kill them. Was that your plan, Hule?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. What I was saying.
Oh, exactly as you said.
Does something different happen if you ask for them for help later?
The ports. They don't want to publicize my escape. I understand. It's no surprise, for fear is more deadly than claws and fangs. Especially during a festive time
Fear.
or dance. What lurks here is not a group of fugitives, but rather a pack of wolves amidst the flock. My cubs are hungry, ready to feast on flesh and blood.
Okay,
reveling in your
I don't want to look at this guy. I want to look at Big Wolf Man. I don't want to look at old NPC face.
There's no escape from me, Jiao Cho. Of course, you can try your luck and believe that your wits will save you. But remember, you're not the only hostage in this city. If you try anything funny, innocent people will die because of you.
No idea. You get to play the story? Yeah, I feel like the game was pretty clearly warning us away from doing it, trying to help anything.
Before the hunt begins,
Audire, I hope you know that cricket. Look, he looks better as a. His wolf form looks a lot better than this thing.
some time, healer.
Show weakness, making him believe you surrender. Honestly, you know what? I'd be perfectly fine with telling him all about Fei Xiao because, like, no way Fei Xiao would lose. I'm so confident in Fei Xiao's ability. Ow! It's as if the dagger has cut away a piece of flesh. What?
At least you didn't try to draw attention with a scream.
Fine. I'll tell you.
So no matter what you do, he just tortures you anyways.
Something in return.
No, I'd be like, I'm so confident in Fei Xiao's ability to beat you. I will happily tell you everything I know about her fighting ability, because she's going to crush you no matter what.
What makes you think you're still in a position to negotiate with me?
Because that would definitely piss him off, right? That would definitely make him like, okay, I am going to find her and prove you wrong. Like,
you can torture me until I talk. Or let's save us both some time. Warhead. Here's the question. that's been bothering me. How have you managed to survive and endure?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Facial would kick his butt. I will tell you all I know about Facial. Everything you want to know.
Aren't supposed to live that long. Or possess such regenerative abilities.
So, is that why the Shenjiao Yao Qing wanted to take
Oh my god. I just realized. Right. Jiao Qiu is trying to cure Fei Xiao's moon rage, and Jing Yuan was just talking earlier about how Foxians have been trying to study Hulei to find a cure for moon rage. So maybe Jiao Qiu will actually succeed here. He's actually going to learn something about Hulei that will let him cure Fei Xiao.
years of my captivity, the Foxians came and went. They extracted my blood and marrow, trying to unravel the mystery of moon rage. They wanted to conquer their fear of the Borisin and free themselves from their bloodline. Unfortunately, they failed to uncover the secret. So, they resorted to the most brutal punishments they could imagine. Some seek power to destroy their enemies, while others seek power to become their enemies. Which one are you?
I gotta give Hulei credit for a giant wolf that relishes violence. He's actually pretty wise. Like, he's actually a pretty good strat. He's not just a barbarian.
You seek power to share it with others and do good. Well, then let me tell you the answer you seek.
Wait. Oh, wait. Is this gonna be it?
Duran, the ancestor of the Borisin, was
Yeah, Hulei is actually not a bad.
limited lifespan and power.
Yeah, I can appreciate it when he's like smart. He philosophizes.
To achieve his goal, he sacrificed the lives of countless Borisin and Foxians.
She likes burgers. She's zooming. She's pretty. She can kick your butt. Exactly. That's my facial.
Through a form of genetic sorcery, the water gave birth to a miracle. The lunar embryo. Duran ascended the birthing bed and obtained what he desired. A heart in the shape of a deep red full moon.
So if we
Replaced his original heart.
rip out Hulei's heart, we can cure Fei Xiao's moon rage. I'm not buying your absurd myth. Aren't wolves typically wise, though? At least cunning? No. Foxes are cunning. Wolves are typically, like, think about the three little pigs and the wolf. Like, is the wolf in that fairy tale smart? No. He just like, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. And when he finally meets a house, he can't blow down. He just keeps puffing at it until he tires himself out.
This moon heart beats within the body of every generation of the Borisin warhead. In the ritual that decides the new warhead, the successor cuts open the previous warhead's chest and consumes.
Oh, so they're like Sith.
Thus possessing it as their own.
Can only be two, no more, no less. A master and an apprentice.
Allowing us to endure and thrive. It gathers the life essence of all the prey we consume, making us stronger and stronger. I thought all hope was lost after 7 centuries of torment. But now, this heart is beating once again.
Wait, so what? Actually, I hope the cure is not just like having Fei Xiao eat the heart. Like, make a heart burger for Fei Xiao.
it's your turn to tell me everything about the Merlin's Claw.
But really, the Foxians were studying this guy for 700 years and nobody ever thought to look at his heart? Really?
Chow Chow, I found you.
2 duel hours. What is a duel hour?
Position to question your orders, but if I understand correctly, you already have intelligence about the Borison?
That's right. My people are busy collecting clues now. What's the situation, Mwadza?
My people, it's just Moe's.
Before we completely lost contact with Zhao Cho, I picked up a signal from his Jade Abacus. It won't take long before we locate their whereabouts.
Fei Xiao story, Fei Xiao, quest time.
Shouldn't we immediately go there?
Why can't they just, yeah. What is a duel hour?
Are we returning to Stargazer Navalia?
Looks like your general has only taught you swordplay, not the art of the hunt. There's an old saying among the Borison. In the forest, the hunter may easily become the hunted. While we may call ourselves the hunters now, chasing them blindly will only make us...
I mean, yeah, the Borison clearly regard themselves as the hunters. How can Hule possibly hunt us down?
Joking, General? He's just a wolf who's been imprisoned for 7 centuries. Even with his accomplices, they're no match for us numerous Lawfu Cloud Knights. How could he
Yan Qing, are you dumb? I know you're like 12, but are you dumb?
Do not underestimate the enemy. Hule is not an ordinary Borison that can be easily killed. The advantage in numbers means nothing when we face that monster. A vicious beast who hasn't tasted blood in
Yes, he is. Sad.
is now lurking on the Lawfu right before the war dance. This is what makes the situation treacherous.
Yan Qing underestimating his opposition once again. Yan Qing, please stop. You can do better than this.
Ready to be devoured.
And also, like, can you not like at least try to understand how like arrogant a villain can be?
That is why we must succeed in our first strike, or the situation will spiral out of control. You've heard of this military...
Oh, I said this before, like, but like, Fei Xiao's eyes are just really cool.
One side open for them to escape. A skilled hunter must be well prepared, waiting for the prey at the most advantageous position.
Where do those Borison want to go? Is Stargazer Navalia the most likely place for them to come to?
If we were the escapees from the shackling prison. While we can disguise ourselves and blend in with the crowd, we don't plan on staying here for long.
So you grab a spaceship. So they're coming here to the spaceship factory? As opposed to just stealing it?
The Borison we discovered at Stargazer Navalia were actually
And
prepared.
Adora coat, yeah, her coat is good.
We predict their next move, and we take them. Let's start from where you found those
Like,
boys.
Fei Xiao actually wants to make me like make a version of myself with a jacket. Which I was kind of like thinking about an alt, like a military style alt, which I guess would work well with a jacket. Oh no. Oh, speaking of what, I should swap to my Fei Xiao team. There we go. There we go.
This is where we ran into the Borison last time. It looks the same as usual.
Tommy style? No.
Locked all the relevant
Never
pieces
Tommy
to
style.
make it seem as if nothing had happened.
Will the Borison notice something?
Losing contact with their accomplices preparing the star skiff will surely put them on guard. However, the more well-prepared a plan is, the longer it takes to adjust when it's disrupted. If any Borison wants to stick to the original plan despite the risks, they'll surely come back to Stargazer Navalia to check the situation.
Are you suggesting that there are Borison here at Stargazer Navalia right now?
Yeah, I mean, that guy over there could be a Borison for all we know.
So don't you think that there are a bit too many people here today? First, look at those 2 Skyfaring Commission staff members.
Okay, that's just way too obvious. Like, holy shit, like, you guys suck at spying. Holy shit, that's way too obvious.
Soldier over there. Perhaps Perhaps he's here for patrol.
Also, what did I just say? Like, obviously, there's one over there.
Lastly, there's that craftsman wearing artisanship commission clothing. He's unusually focused on checking that device. If you have a target in mind.
But those first two guys, oh my god, holy shit, they are so bad. They're staring right at him. What kind of spies are you? Like, holy shit.
Who are you? Don't you know that Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown now?
Hey, chill out. They're just a few lost tourists.
Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown now?
Stargazer Navalia is the shipbuilding port of the Cienjo Lafu. If the Skyfaring Commission called for a lockdown, there should be official documents proving it, right?
Official documents?
Also, shouldn't if they were actually like people who lived here, shouldn't they be able to recognize Fei Xiao? Because like Fei Xiao is like famous.
Investigating the Borison?
Yeah, we've received orders from the higher ups, so we've blocked off this area to prevent any interference with our inspection. Thank you.
I don't like the way he said that. I don't believe these two at all.
Hey, you there! Please refrain from wandering around Stargazer.
Exactly. Look, he recognizes them. Aren't you wandering around here as well?
Official staff member assigned.
Where are you? You scared the whole cover? Yeah, exactly. How do you not recognize? Like, these are these should be like three of the most famous people around here.
Yeah, we've had some unscheduled stars.
It's not just Fei Xiao. The Trailblazer are also famous for, you know, the whole saving the ship incident. And Yanqing, of course, is obviously head of the Cloud Knights, also famous.
This is just weird. I thought all the pending star skips from before the war dance had been scheduled already. I'm sorry, but I need to focus on my...
Okay, you're legit.
Lieutenant Yanqing and General Fei Xiao.
You're aware of the Borison prison break, right?
Yeah, see, this guy's legit.
I've received the news, and I'll be on the alert.
Looks like you've been keeping an eye on the Sky Splitter. Have you noticed anything unusual?
No, everything is normal on the ship. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Ask question his location.
Location for a Cloud Knight on guard duty, is it?
Well, this spot offers a great view. Are you here to keep an eye?
Yes.
We just asked about the Sky Splitter.
Honestly, just watching the ship from speaking of which, Lieutenant Yan...
Thank you for your concern.
Okay, that was very repetitive.
So, it seems that some Borison have returned to Stargazer Navalia in disguise. The answer seems quite obvious.
Yeah, the Skyframe. Like,
it's my suspicion as well.
Remember when I mentioned that the Cloud Knights...
Come on, they're so obvious.
Make it seem as if nothing happened.
It's so obvious. Like, they're so bad at this.
But on the contrary, most staff members use Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown as an excuse to persuade us to leave.
Who are... I know, they're so bad at this.
Their flimsy disguise has been exposed.
They're not even going to point out how they didn't recognize the three of them. And also, just the whole they're staring at us thing. It's so bad at this.
As I said, Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown now.
No, I never issued such an order.
Who are you?
Perhaps you haven't met me on the battlefield, but I am certain you've heard my name. Now, I'm asking you a question, so answer me. Tell me, how many more of your comrades are here? Where were you planning to meet Hule?
This woman. She's the general of the Yaoqing. What are you still waiting for?
And that's when we realized they fucked up. Oh my god. Ow. Ow.
Fangs and claws got dull. The fearless knows not fear. Too slow.
I'm gonna hold everyone back again. Protect me.
Thank you. Stay safe. That won't do.
Tonight, Stars Echo.
I've been venture forth to hunt.
Yeah, they're fast.
Forever triumphant. Victory is inevitable.
They'll risk high reward.
No. You do not get to outrun Facia. Oh wait, no. We're gonna follow him. Even better. Right, that's the whole point.
Because I need answers.
Yeah, you didn't answer my question.
You were our war slave, so you should know us descendants of Duran. You want me to talk? Fine. Try whatever you want. But I assure you, you won't get anything from me. Only fangs and blood.
Break his knees. Break his knees.
I wouldn't be any different from you. I am the arrow that pierces the wolf's heart. I grant you a swift death.
That's exactly what I desire.
Okay, well now you can't do it. You can't give him what he wants. Come on, break his fingers one by one. That's the whole point. That's the plan. Yeah, smile, Facial. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking.
Close your eyes. You should know that I allowed him to escape. Because he will lead the Cloud Knights to Hule's hideout.
Yeah. You fool. You stupid ass wolf.
Leave one side open? You let that Borison escape?
Bro almost sounds like Chatterbox. Who's Chatterbox?
This is the most common hunting tactic used by Borison. I know the methods of these abominations all too well. They always leave an escape route for their prey, allowing them to flee in fear. Then they chase them like it's a game. Borison get great satisfaction from the last struggles of their victims.
Have you witnessed these things firsthand? That guy called you a war slave. What exactly have you experienced?
Well, just a hazy past that I can barely recollect. Long ago, I was one of them.
Wait, you're a Borison?
The word Borison was only used to refer to those wolf masters. I'm a Foxian who was born in one of the fallen territories.
A boss, a Nikkei, I think? Running their strategy? Exactly. I mean, it's a pretty obvious strategy, all things considered, but...
used to slow down Xianzhou attacks on the battlefield.
But you survived. And not only that, you became the general of the Yao Cheng. If I get the
Feisha is actually a wolf lady? No!
to hear stories of your
She's
past.
not. She just explained that.
Speaking of stories, you've reminded me that now is not the time for them. Waza, we've sent the warning from Stargate.
Waza.
What's the situation on your end?
I've found them. Zhao Cho is trying to stall Hule, and he signaled me to not reveal myself.
Trust his judgment and keep watching. We'll be right there.
I believe the warning we sent will stop Hule from attacking Stargazer Navalia. What will he do next?
The hunt
Why aren't we just going there and go beat him up? I mean, I guess we might be worried about the hostage.
Please.
One duel hour.
I want to live. Doctor.
Xiao Xiao, find a medical ingenium and give that kid a shot. Hurry!
I see. How is the front line?
Damn. Is that what, like, Dr. Coates in Shenzhou look like?
Some beast ships have already landed on the Fenghu. It won't be long before this place is overrun as well.
So we do have... Where are they getting these ships? Where are they getting these ships?
Any news from her? I'm her healer. I should stay by her side at a time like this.
She asked me to tell you that she's not coming back. She must protect the Cloud Pier telescope. General asks you to save that kid. The girl fought desperately just to bring us all back here alive.
Oh, this girl, that's gotta be Fei
Such a
Xiao.
brutal fighting style. Her body, it's like she was split open.
Oh wait, is this Fei Xiao right here?
Her blood pressure is dropping. Do you hear me, Xiao Xiao?
Loud and clear. Get me some tumble dust. We've got to start the operation right now. I will bring her back.
Damn, so Fei Xiao's got a big ass scar like running down her body because from when she was split open.
I do. Loud and clear.
So she saved you all in that great battle on the Xiangzhou Fenghu 3 decades ago. But to your surprise, you discovered her Borisin bloodline while she was at death's door. Moktok told me that she was a war slave who escaped from the Eclipse Pack. Oh, what a twist of fate.
Exactly. This is why you should make him want to fight her. Now he's gonna like seek her out, be like, yeah, I'll challenge you, and then he's gonna get his butt kicked.
She displayed such astounding power, determination, and cruelty in battle.
You're gonna complain about cruelty, really?
Because of her Borisin bloodline.
Really? Y'all are gonna complain about cruelty in battle? Wow, if it's always like bad, it's always good until it's happening to you, isn't it?
And she used the gift of her bloodline to destroy the Borisin.
I used the Borisin to destroy the Borisin.
A blessing for wolves, and a curse for foxes. For Borisin to have their bodies torn apart by
Oh, so Moon Rage actually... Wait, so Moon Rage is like turning into a werewolf? Oh wait, so Fei Xiao, when you were saying she was split open earlier, so you weren't talking about like an injury and from battle. It was actually the Moon Rage.
fury in her heart, that Foxy in general will eventually lose her sanity and indulge in endless bloodshed. The scars on her body will not be caused by enemy weapons, but by the immense power she can't withstand. One day, she will be torn apart and die as a monster. And in return for saving her life, you intend to give everything to solve this impossible puzzle.
I mean, you also saved her life, so I think you guys are even on that front.
Do you know the saddest thing about being a healer? All this time, I've devoted my life to bringing back those who sacrificed their lives.
Also, man, Fei Xiao's ears were a lot smaller back then, huh?
I exhausted myself, and my hands trembled. But I believed everything I did was
Like, her ears really grew out.
They rushed into battle. And then I heard of their deaths. They died under your claws, in your jaws, amidst the flames of crashing star skiffs, and under the Lux arrow of rainbow. Like a useless idiot, I saved a fish named Life out of the cauldron called Death, only to watch it struggle, dive back into the boiling broth.
I mean, I think the fish is the idiot there.
So I asked myself,
I don't think you're... It's not your... It's not... I don't think you're the idiot for trying to save the fish. I think it's the fish's fault.
why wouldn't they value their hard-won life?
Me, when you play... when you're playing healer in an MMO. When you're playing a healer. in any party-based video game.
I can smell your desperation. All the way down to your bone marrow.
Eventually, I realized that their deaths held value. They placed the weight of their sacrifice on the living, granting us strength. With a coin forged by their deaths, they exchanged something more in return. Everything I'm doing now, following you so closely, is for one reason. Witnessing your death with my own two
It's the
eyes.
spite.
Even your
The
death
spite is what keeps me going.
It will pave the way for a peaceful war dance.
Okay, but Jacho, now you have to live, because now you're the only person who knows how to cure Fei Xiao, so you have to live now.
The thoughts in your pathetic head are hardly surprising.
Did you already know this?
Yes, I did. As Borisin, we understand the value of death more than anyone.
I'm really surprised how talkative Hule is. Like, that's one of the biggest surprises to me about his character.
What a shame, what a shame. Your story actually sparked a trace of respect for you in my heart.
Can you even feel respect with your corrupted heart?
Of course. Because I caught a whiff of my own kind in you. Unfortunately, in the end, you're still just a weak fox, as the wolf's creed goes. Gift the wolf a dead end, where new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate, where satiation lies.
He's a poet too? Or at least he knows he can recite poetry. Yeah, after last one, yeah, I thought rawr, exactly, just rawr. Mindless murder.
That's why I'm keeping you alive for now. I want to show you how Borisin truly respect their enemies. We will consume your flesh and blood, nourishing our own. We will crush your hopes and dreams, clearing a path for our hunt.
It's kind of ironic how the Borisin are followers of the abundance, but they're obsessed with hunting.
That belongs to me.
My lord, we received a message. Our arrangement at Stargazer Navalia has been discovered. We must act quickly.
That doesn't surprise me at all. Mock talk. What's that noise?
It's the Sky Splitter. The ship that the Wardens will be held on is about to set off. The Skyfaring Commission will clear the air routes. And if our star skiffs try to escape, we'll be spotted.
Calm down, Mock talk. Look at you now, hiding and fearful. Where is your Borisin dignity?
As I said, I'd sacrifice my dignity for your return. As long as you can come back to the Borisin Pax, there's still hope.
He's such a simp.
The Borisin have forgotten the wolf's creed. Weak creatures put their hope in the strong, but the strong fight their way out.
Hule is so pissed. My god, Hule does not like his simps. He does not like being simped over.
Decline of our pack. And as for the prophet who manipulated you into saving me, she's just a liar, trying to use Duran's offspring. Mock talk. Let me tell you how the Borisin will rise to power. We won't hide.
Is he just gonna start rampaging now? For all that talk about how smart he is he just gonna start rampaging?
Walking amongst a herd of lambs.
Weak Aura, I'd sacrifice my dignity for your return. Strong Aura, come show obey the Alpha.
Packs are not here. We can't go to war like this.
Our packs are not here. Wherever I go, everyone is the pack.
Stay away. Just don't come any closer. No!
Oh my god! Did he just bite that man's head off? Oh no, he just bit the neck. Oh, what? Oh, what? He can turn... Oh my god, they actually are just werewolves. He can turn people into wolves.
Apex predators at the top of the hierarchy. As wolves, we create fear. We don't become servants to it. If you're blind to the path,
They are actually just Chinese werewolves. Chinese space werewolves.
share my crimson blood with our brethren. Use it to infect those Foxians and strike fear into their hearts. Now, you devious monkey.
Monkey? Who's he calling a monkey?
And face me.
Audire wolf variant. When? You wish, exactly. I am not an animal. Also, yeah, he's not a Foxians, so he can't be turned.
Run.
No, he can't run, and neither can you. You've come at the right time, monkey of the Yaoqing.
Monkey. Okay, so foxes are foxes, wolves are wolves, and humans are monkeys. Okay.
That I will unleash a massacre here, drowning the Xianzhou La Fu in blood. From this moment on, wolves bearing my blood will hunt on every street, feasting on the followers of that devilish archer. Follow me, my dogs.
I mean, knew it was only a matter of time before he started rampaging. Okay, I'm not listening to all this. Oh, I guess we have no choice. I guess we are listening to all this.
Forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet the valorous, in brutal battles, embrace their eternal pride. Do you hear that? The rumble of the cannons. It brings back all the memories of past battles within me. My return will bring back the Wolf's Creed. In my own way, I shall save our weakened pack and restore it to its former glory.
Okay, can we get enough? Are we done with old man Hule now?
The Sky Splitter's gun salute is really loud. So this is what the war dance is actually like? I feel like my eardrums are going to burst.
Well, how could they expect to attract people to come and watch if they didn't make a huge spectacle? March, you haven't forgotten what you came to do, have you?
Are they actually going to be involved? I'm here to be the ringmaster on behalf of Master Yanqing.
I will defeat all challengers.
That's the spirit. Sounds like you're all fired up. If you could just keep your legs from shaking.
Also, wait, yeah. Wait, no. So March actually has to fight? I thought she just had to be like the announcer. She actually has to fight. How is she supposed to beat everybody? She only started learning how to fight with swords like a week ago.
Swordmaster, taking the place of your no-good Master Yanqing as the ringmaster.
But what am I supposed to do if my opponent for this round is super talented and just
Exactly. Like what? Like she has a point.
Come on, there's no need to worry about that. If you are defeated, then your opponent shall have to answer to me. Although, if that happens, the honor and the glory of the Xianzhou Lafu shall all be taken by the Juming.
Master Yun.
That's not helping.
I'm about to compete. Can you say something that will give me a little confidence?
March, think about the great storms that you, nameless of the Express, have weathered along your many journeys. There's no doubt that you have faced far more terrifying enemies than your opponents here today, right?
I mean, true, but she also did that using a bow and not swords. Let's get going then.
Hard in the art of swordplay over these few days. It's time for me to get in the ring and prove myself. Let's go.
Like, yeah, she did all that, but she did that using ice powers and her bow.
Completely ready. March, there is no such thing as completely ready.
Oh, I guess we're gonna play with March and Fei Xiao instead then. I guess March has a follow-up attack, so it kinda could have synergy with Fei Xiao.
The news that you will be the ringmaster in place of Lieutenant.
If only she kept her ice powers. Yeah. Too bad she can't use her ice powers.
I overheard them all discussing this news. The most common question I heard was, "Who is March 7th?" If they ask you this, how will you introduce yourself? Do you have something prepared?
March 7th, Yanqing's disciple.
I am a disciple of Lieutenant Yanqing. That means that I'm also
I'm a grand disciple.
General Xing Yuan. When you put it like that, I'm actually a pretty big deal.
She lost her ice powers in exchange for the power of imagination.
I see you are
Poor Yunli. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Cruel Caramon. Wow, Myopia Stream is actually showing people who subscribe in like a timely manner.
Registered for the war dance a long time ago.
Thank you for the subscription. I'm Audire Astra, starship vtuber. When your world reaches its end, I will carry you to fairer skies. By the power of getting swords and changing clothes, I've gained the power of imagination. If your children's shows have taught me anything, it's that you should never underestimate the power of imagination. True. Alright, we're gonna see just how powerful March's imagination really is.
Contestant hall. There are so many people. March, before the war dance begins, allow me to give you one more lesson. My grandfather always told me that a weapon mimics its master. That means that a person's weapon will reflect their habits and personality. You've seen me wield old metal before, haven't you? Tell me, what did you observe from that?
That you're extremely... that Master Yunli doesn't have good taste. Oh my god, I'm picking this one.
Master Yunli's weapon looks so... heavy.
Oh my god, it's so thick and heavy.
I asked you to make predictions about no one asked my dear old metal. Observing the weapon that your opponent uses, assessing what kind of battle skills they excel at, and where their weaknesses lie.
What do you mean, bonk, Tommy? What are you thinking about?
A heavy sword like mine, for example, is obviously not suited for a long, drawn-out battle. So, it would be best to find a way to drag the battle out.
Why would you tell me your weakness?
That's the only way to ensure that we have a fair fight, don't you think? I don't want to see you go and lose to someone else, after all. Now is a perfect opportunity to learn how to evaluate your opponents. Let's use the people here in the contestants hall to practice. If you know yourself and know your enemy, you will not lose in 100 battles.
Ah, the art of war.
Yourself and know the enemy. Let's see.
Don't you gaslight me. What are you talking about?
I am. Oh, you're March 7th.
Thinking imagination, you get to watch more Top Gear. You mean Top Gear?
As you can see,
I see the skyfaring.
That's right. A big event like this just can't go ahead without a few.
I'm actually just here to learn about my opponents. Oh my gosh, why does everyone know? Why does everyone can know the art of war?
This is just gossip from unreliable sources, but
Toger? Okay, I have no idea what the heck that is then.
Is this true?
It's not true.
Then what is the real reason?
Are you? No comment.
Seriously? Alright.
Relationship trouble. I mean, kind of true. He's having some troubles with Yoon Lee here.
From many different worlds, Miss March 7th. Are there any that you're looking forward to facing in particular?
No.
March 7th
No.
are quite arrogant. Extremely self-assured. Thank you very much for accepting my interview. Much appreciated.
I mean, that's a good way to hype yourself up. You gotta do some pregame, shit talking.
I came here because I wanted to meet the great Lieutenant Yan Qing I've heard so much about, and finally cross blades with him myself. Who would have imagined that he would take a disciple and have her be the ringmaster in his place? This is
I mean, if you can't even beat March 7th, let's be fair, if you can't beat March 7th, there's no way you're ever gonna beat Yan Qing, right?
Who exactly is she?
Carefully observe their weapon. Oh, it would be funny if you just said, hello, I am March 7th.
If I'd known I could use multiple weapons at once, I'd have brought my bow.
Hello, miss. Are you here to take part?
That's right. I'm the March 7th that everyone's been talking about.
What? You're March 7th?
Don't worry. I'm a newbie swordmaster who's only been
Oh my god, are you actually gonna say that?
Standing before you is a seasoned Cloud Knight who has practiced swordsmanship for over 200 years.
Tricking the opponent into underestimating me is a valid tactic too, right?
I mean, it's not a trick. You were just being honest. It wasn't a trick. It's not like you were lying. You were just being completely truthful.
Yes. This is just a regular Cloud Knight Devastator glaive.
Devastator glaive. Oh my god.
I understand what's going on, Miss March.
Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary? Ha ha ha, very funny.
Did you get it? Wolves sounds like waves. It's a funny pun.
He's
But hilarious.
actually his joke.
Making things awkward.
There are still many guests arriving.
Oh my gosh.
Please be cautious.
Understood.
I love him. I love him.
To begin. Are you feeling okay, March? Me? I'm fine. As soon as I saw these people gathered here, I suddenly felt weirdly relaxed.
Yeah, I imagine many people can relate to him there. I don't really feel anything special.
When you go in the ring. I understand why you wanted me to know myself and know my enemy. I don't feel as nervous as I did before. So, do you want to go out and see the ring?
I want to see what the ring looks like.
Let's go.
Oh wait, no. I kind of want to... Wait, who? What other... Who's left, though? Oh, these guys? Oh, there's a chest here. I'm gonna put the chest. I mean, this is the only contestant thing left. But March 7th isn't Audire, and her mental condition isn't that bad. March 7th, he's watching, he calms down.
That's enough knowing the enemy.
What? Oh, hi, Geeking.
Yuri?
I had to translate what Geeking is saying.
Well, looks that's enough knowing the enemy for now.
Oh my god.
If we walk through here, we'll be able to see the war dancing.
Oh my god, we finally made it. Look at those guns. Look at those guns. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Wow, so this is what it's like from the spectator's seat?
You'd think they'd have some like esoteric space Chinese weapon, but no, actually just giant freaking battleship guns. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's kind of positioned in a terrible place for actual use. But because you can't like fire forward, but it looks cool. Audire loves big guns. Yes, I do. This should not be a surprise to anybody. I've been talking for weeks about how much I love launchers in Borderlands 2, so.
What do I do, Master Yunli? It's when it stops speeding that we need to worry.
Yunli literally just saying, like, just try not to die, Marge.
Do some inspections around the ship. This was also part of Grandpa's orders. I wonder how Master Yanqing is doing over there. Hey, focus.
General, report! The teams are in position, and the Skyfaring Commission has taken control of the Starskiff lanes.
Activate all side cranes and have them scan everyone coming in and out of the port. Remain vigilant at all times. Any suspicious movements must be suppressed as quickly as possible before the situation gets out of hand.
Yes, General.
All right.
Follow me.
How is she going to deal with the rampage? Here it comes.
Nearby, but we lost contact just a moment ago.
That mean
He will be fine. Cloud Knights, search for the target.
Oh. You're not looking so good, Moose.
Get out of my way.
Wait, are all of these guys Borisons?
Wait. Don't go any closer.
General, I failed you.
Yeah, I mean, this is
That dog left me here as
bait.
A declaration of war.
Oh, no. That's not how I expected that sentence to end.
I've been holding back the urge to slit his throat all this time. Well, Lord Hule ordered us to remain here, just to see if you, the great Merlin's Claw, mortal enemy of the Borison, are able to join him in a little hunting game.
Hunting is not a game. It is a battle of life and death. Are you ready for your death, abomination?
All right, let's go.
save your breath.
Also, ow, they are really fast. They are irritatingly fast. See, Tommy, weren't you just talking about how, like, we could do, you know, dialogue in story, or in game, in mission? This, what do you call this? This is exactly what they're doing.
Show me what you can do.
You get even faster when they reach 6x. Oh. I could have overkilled him, but it was like hardly worth it even.
I wasn't able to save Jiao Chou. Hule was more cunning and powerful than I imagined.
Tell me, how is he planning to declare this war against me? With a one-on-one duel? Or with a hostage exchange, maybe?
Oh, wishful thinking, Fei Xiao. Wishful thinking, that is dangerous.
Impossible. Even if there are still undercover Borison that we haven't sniffed out, Hule can't have more than a few dozen people. How is he planning on simultaneously attacking the streets of the Xianzhou Lafu?
He has an ace up his sleeve. Hule's body holds a plague mark passed down through generations of Borison. I've seen him.
I mean, good thing this isn't up. We're not aboard the Yao Qing where the Foxians are the majority.
Declaration of war. His blood. It can cause Foxians to rapidly transform and lose their minds. He has passed his blood to his minions and is planning to
Oh, so there's gonna be a lot of moon rage going on. You're evacuate all the Foxians immediately.
And the Cloud Knights right away. Have them enforce a traffic ban and order all Foxians to remain indoors until further notice.
That's gonna be cause a little bit of racial tensions.
The moment you see your enemy's declaration of war, it means that they have already begun to take action.
But if Hule succeeds in getting this panic to spread...
Do you remember what I told you before? Hunting is about thinking the same way as your prey, not just mindlessly chasing after them. What Hule wants is to see everyone on the Lawfu descend into panic. He wants to see us lose our minds.
That's good, Feisha. Stay calm. Even if you're surprised.
Until we exhaust ourselves.
Did think about it. He did this plotline in that Far Cry anime? There's a Far Cry anime?
Then move the bowls around and have you guess which one the object is underneath. The way I see it, this is all nothing more than misdirection.
Oh, interesting.
There is one truth that cannot be changed. He is trapped aboard the Xianzhou Lawfu. The only way for him to escape is to find a ship.
And so, the only ship he is able to see is the Sky Splitter? Oh my god. He's gonna take control of the big... So that's why we had that whole March 7th side quest. So he's gonna try to take control of the big ship.
That will also be our final battlefield.
But if we're wrong about this, if he goes somewhere else, or if he does as he said he would, and his minions infect the Foxians everywhere with wolf blood, what do we do then? Are we just supposed to abandon those less likely locations?
This is another lesson that you must learn outside of swordplay. Weighing your options and making a decision. There are always questions that we will ask ourselves, but never be able to answer. Before making a decision,
I mean, Feisha is the expert here.
any hesitation that we are holding on to. Once we make a decision, we must fight off any regrets. There is a chance that we will make the wrong decision and allow our allies to be sacrificed in vain.
Also, I don't like how she's kind of just staring off into space here instead of looking at Yanqing. He could have animated her a little better here.
But being lost in hesitation and failing to take any action will always be more harmful than taking the wrong path. We must make a decision, no matter what.
This is true, actually. This is true. So I watch a lot of pro League of Legends, and so the teams that always lose are the teams that they just hesitate and don't do anything. Whereas the teams that are really aggressive and make plays, they'll lose a lot, but sometimes they may lose, but they'll at least win some of the time. Whereas if you just hesitate, your chances and do nothing, your chances of losing are 100%.
Evacuate the people and prepare for any possible attacks. I will do my best to ensure that
all's fair in war and league.
lend us your strength as you did when the Ambrosial Arbor was reborn. I need you and Wildza to go in search of Zhao Cho.
General, please entrust me with the safety of the skies.
Oh, but when you do it, you're bad at the game and letting everyone down and kick from the team. Okay. With the caveat that your team needs to do it together. If you're just off by yourself, doing your own thing and dying, that's just inting. That's not being decisive. If your team collectively decides to do something, then at least there's a chance of working. That's not the same thing.
Swear on the blade in my hands that he shall not escape.
As the Cloud Knights set off to various locations, they swiftly began to cordon off areas. I can't read that out loud in time.
Cloud Knights, the Borson have arrogantly decided to challenge us on Xianzhou territory. They vow that they will unleash a bloodbath along the streets of the Xianzhou.
The unarmed civilians of the Xianzhou and countless visitors from afar are under our protection. Let me ask you, as Cloud Knights, will we allow the Borson to succeed with their plan? Be on your guard.
You'd think there'd be a few more of them, but you know, mobile game.
Have all Cloud Knights be on full alert for Borson attacks.
Fei Shao, the ports of Starskip Haven are crawling with wolf-like creatures.
Oh, they're doing it. They're doing it.
I will be there immediately.
Fei Shao's POV. Okay. I think we're gonna try to play the rest of this and then call it a day. Oh my god, it's Yukong. Oh my, what? That's a dramatic entrance. Wait, where'd Yanqing? Where did Yanqing and the Trailblazer go?
There you are, Fei Shao.
Madam Yukong, after 30 years, we find ourselves fighting side by
Oh my god, the technique. What? What? What?
a short respite, then time for the next fight.
What? I just killed them all right there. Don't even have a fight? Okay.
Let's see. All together.
What? This has got to be buffed just for this, right? There's no way it's just this strong normally. It's essentially an Acheron technique, but okay. I mean, I haven't used Fei Shao outside of Memory of Chaos, but okay, but that's if it's actually that strong, that's actually stupid. Like what?
We have cleared out the enemies in Starskip Haven.
Oh, so yes, because it has to be buffed just for this. Okay, that makes sense.
Being waged at both the Exalting Sanctum and Arum Alley. I will prepare a star skiff.
We cannot allow the fighting to continue. This is now a race against time to stop this farce that Hule has created. I know Zhao Cho always wants me to know my limits and not get carried away, but now is the time to bring this to a swift end.
What's Jingzhou?
Exalting Sanctum. Tell them if they see a light in the sky.
I mean, not Jingzhou. What's Jingyuan doing this whole time? A light in the sky.
Lend me your bow.
No, jump good. Uh-oh. Right, so she can also use a bow too? What's she aiming at? What's she aiming at? Oh. Oh. Oh, what's coming? Oh, Lord, it's coming. Oh, my. Okay. So she can just fire nuclear arrows? Oh no. The moon rage is acting up. Oh, it's that busted naturally? Okay.
Oh, what a mess. I just knew it would end up this way. Every time she hits the battlefield, she makes a mess like this. She didn't even leave a single survivor to get intel from. One of these men must have known about Hule and Zhao Cho's whereabouts.
Is Zhao Cho still alive?
A retainer like myself is nothing more than an insignificant shadow who stands by the general's side. But Zhao Cho is different. Without his careful treatment, the general wouldn't even be here today. Hopefully, he can use that silver tongue of his to buy himself enough time. Take a good look around. If you can find one or two Borison that aren't dead yet, I don't care how tight their lips are sealed. I always have a way to crack them open and get the...
Oh, finally, our turn to interrogate them. Okay, I'm gonna call it here for now. I think this is a perfectly good good point to stop. We will continue this tomorrow. I think that was an arrow from the hunt, Ian. I think that was just her. I think that was just her. Yeah. Thank you all for tuning in. I can't wait to continue to this tomorrow and see what's going on, how it's gonna end. What cool new power. I want to see Fei Xiao fight Hule at last. It sounds like it's gonna happen on the award dance ship. I'm looking forward to it. But thank you all for tuning in, and I hope to see you all again tomorrow for more Honkai Star Rail. Until then, have a wonderful rest of your evening and a wonderful weekend. Good night, everyone. Good night.